Nantucket. So this is Pulpus Harbor on Nantucket. That's the entrance over there. It's very narrow. It's kind of like entering Pleasant Bay. It can get very shallow at low tide. At high tide here, we were in 8 feet of water last night. So we're here off Nantucket, off Eel Point on the western end of Nantucket. Our goal is to get into Nantucket Harbor. And coming in this morning at low tide, I don't know this area. I looked at the chart, relied on the chart, and of course, not surprisingly, the sands around here have shifted. Not paying attention to what I actually saw, which is where deep water was, I decided to go with what the chart said, which was a very bad decision. We ran hard aground. Banged the rudder pretty badly on the bottom, and so we've been sitting here waiting for high tide, which is that's all bent up. That's as a result of the rudder getting banged hard against the bottom with a sledgehammer on that piece. But it's still in one piece. At one point, I actually took a hacksaw to try and cut off the cotter pin that holds the rudder on, so I could take the rudder out so it wouldn't get banged up. But I didn't have any success, and eventually we kind of shifted our way into deeper water, so that You think that's where the shallow water is?
Yeah, I bet that's the warning.
We're trying to find a buoy. We couldn't find any buoys out here. It showed on the chart there was a buoy right about around here. We don't see any buoys. Is the buoy over there? See the shoal water over there. This is Eel Point over here. So we got out of the shoals and we're on our way to Nantucket. Assuming we don't screw up again, we'll be there in time to have a nice afternoon. Siesta. So this is Eel Point here, hanging around it. These buoys are what we were expecting to see where we ran aground. Nice if a buoy shows on the chart, if it's actually there. Yeah, it's nicely marked for a change. Here at Nantucket Harbor at sunset, it's beautiful out here right now. The wind is about 10 miles per hour out of the east. It's a little cool, about 55 degrees, but we're having a nice time. We've had our cocktails and our peanuts and our freeze-dried snap peas, and we're about to make dinner, which is teriyaki steak, rice pilaf, and some coleslaw, which will be... This is our stove here. It's a simple alcohol stove. flame in there. You can kind of see that flame. Here is the steak. Here's the magma grill. Table is set. It's a beautiful dawn. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's glassy, absolute glass, not a breath of wind. Quite a change from yesterday. Hopefully we get some wind so we can get back home quickly. Otherwise we'll be motoring the whole way. It's totally different this morning. The wind is light and the tide is high. Looks like you'd head actually where we ran aground yesterday. So we tried to find a way out through the shoals this morning. Didn't have any luck with that because there just wasn't any way. We hit 3 feet too many places, touched bottom, felt like we were going to get stuck again, got out of that. And discretion being the better part of valor, we're going to go out and take the long way home around Tuckernuck, Muskeget, and it'll add about 10 miles to our return journey, but hopefully we will not get grounded. And we'll have a good wind and get home still by 3 o'clock, which is our goal. Okay. It's Tuckernuck Island. Here's the exit. It's 53 feet here, right at the entrance. What a difference. This here is around Horseshoe Shoal, where the wind farm is proposed to go in. It's equidistant between Cape Cod and Martha's Vineyard. Just a lot of water. We got tired of the motor, so we're trying this drifter sail here. The wind is incredibly light. We're moving at about 2 knots. But if it fills in, we'll be in great shape. Oh, gotta make a sail change.